Wake 'em up, 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 wake 'em. Yeah, we are live. It's Woke Two Times
Yeah,
podcast. You know, we here.
people.
What's going on, world?
So too. First
Yeah,
episode. So we got to come back for another one. So nice
had
we do it twice. All right,
had
what
to, baby.
start out with?
I think we're gonna start out today with I'm gonna roll the clip for them, and I'm gonna roll the clip for you. You're gonna get to check it out at the same time. All right, so first topic of the day is
Yep.
gonna be on Joe Biden's policy, which would be mandating face masks.
Saving Americans' lives. So let's institute a mask mandate nationwide, starting immediately, and we will save lives. The estimates are we'll save over 40,000 lives.
That's his first policy. Taking this pandemic to the next level, ain't they? They're taking this pandemic to the next level, man. This is crazy. You know what? I'm gonna play a video of a doctor talking about what each face mask does. It's not that sure. It's like 2 minutes, but I want to play it.
Mask, and I'm using a vape. As you can see, that vape, which has aerosols the same size as COVID-19 or larger, goes through and around a surgical mask. Now, if we take a cup mask and have a good look at it, here we go. Notice it goes right through the mask easily and goes in every direction. The aerosol is not affected by the mask in any material. Now we look at a surgical mask with a foam strip to protect above and keep my glasses from fogging. Lo and behold, the aerosols go all around it. Has no effect on me spreading aerosols to you. Now a cloth mask I borrowed from my wife. Once again, here we go. Boom, straight through and around. It has no effect on the spread of aerosols. They go everywhere. And then I went and bought a guard mask with a high efficiency filter material. That one, here we go. Watch for it. Through and around. It had no effect on the vape aerosol, which remember is the same size or larger.
Oh, mask. I just feel like it's just going more into the brainwashing of what they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, if you guys don't wear masks, blah blah. So they're trying to brainwash us more and more of believing this hype. We shutting down the world. We're shutting down the world. The world, not just U.S. The world. Doctors try to come out with, and I think those doctors got fired or something like that. And they took it down a lot of those videos with those, the white jacket doctors. They came out and talking about the cure. What are we doing right now? What are we doing right now? Why are we still in the house? I don't want to get too out of my shell, but I'm not with the sheep. You know what I mean? And they're expecting us to be dumb. They're expecting us to be followers. They're expecting us to see what they're talking about, which is on the media, which they own about 90% of it. You know what I mean? And whatever they're talking about on there, they expect us to believe it. You know what I mean? Instead of researching it, they expect so much from us. And I mean us like the minority, because we just believe what we see. You know what I mean? It's a lot of sheep out here, man. And it's time for a lot of people to wake up. That's all I'm saying. It's time for a lot of people to wake up and not be sheep anymore. You know what I mean? And not go down this hole that they've been sending us down for a long, long time. They come out and they come out. They say what we want to hear. They get elected and they do none of that. They go back into hiding and doing what they want to do. And now they're getting desperate to the point because there's so many people waking up right now. They're getting desperate to the point where they're doing things that just look desperate. You know what I mean? Like Biden picking Kamala Harris for his vice president. You know what I mean? Like, these people don't like each other at all. She was calling him racist at the debate.
She wasn't only calling them racist, but she also came out and said she believed the women who accused him of, the things he was accused of.
As a relationship with Vice President Biden, what message would you give to the women who feel like their space has been invaded in the past by the Vice President?
I believe them, and I respect being able to tell their story and having the courage to do it.
In other words, she does not like Joe Biden. But when she got picked and she was doing an interview, and the interviewer was like calling her out for all those things that she was saying, she tried to laugh it off and say it was a debate. So you're telling us, the people, that you're lying during the debates just so you can win? You're looking ridiculous right now, Kamala. Look at me, Kamala. You're looking ridiculous right now, Kamala. You're saying you're lying at the debate so you can win the debate. So what do you think we're gonna believe right now if you're trying to get elected with Joe Biden? We're supposed to believe what you're saying now, but what you were saying when you were going against Joe Biden during the debate, it wasn't true. You know what? Wrap it up for that. I'm wrapping up. Go ahead. You say what you want to say.
Yeah, these people are crazy, bro. I just
Nutcase.
I just seen something today, man, where they're blaming Trump for the USPS news, like boxes where people drop the news off at. They're blaming him for those disappearing, but those have been like thousands and thousands have been getting taken away since back in, I believe they said 2013.
Yeah.
So Obama was president. So was Obama responsible for the ones that were disappearing back then?
I just seen something. I just watched that before we started talking today. Actually, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, you know, and the what USPS, the mailboxing system, how it gets through. Like, you know what I mean? I know, isn't like Amazon and those ways more accurate than the actual mailboxes and the POS office. I mean, the
Well,
post office.
what is that that's controlled by the government. You know, that mail comes to us through a government entity. You know what I'm saying? So Amazon is a privately owned company by like Jeff Bezos and, you know what I'm saying, the CEOs like that.
Did you ever see that video with the guy who mailed like 100 voting ballots to himself through like the mailing services though, and it was just all messed up?
That's crazy, bro, that you say that, because I didn't see that one, but I did see an article that some type of fraud that was happening, bro, with the actual postal dude who was delivering the mail.
Yeah.
You know, and they're trying to get us to do mail-in voting. That's what, man, look, this lockdown, bro, is about more than just, you know what I'm saying, this COVID stuff, bro. This is about them being able to mess up this election, bro. That's what I believe anyway.
Just in so many ways, bro. You know what I mean? That's how desperate they are, bro. They're desperate in so many different ways, man. And you know, it's crazy. You know, it's crazy that people even believe that they should be in the house right now. You know, or hiding, or you know, like it's crazy, man. I go out and I be laughing sometimes, man, just looking at, you know, people like just covered up all kind of ways. You know, you got the little plastic face mask. You know what I mean? Like I'd be like, what is going on? You know, like
They'll have the glass in front of them at the stores, but it's only like this big. You know what I'm saying? So all you got to do is go around and talk to them right through there. You're spreading,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, this world's getting crazy. You know what I'm saying? We were just talking about the schooling, you know, and what's happening with the kids in schooling, and like kids are not learning the way they're supposed to be learning right now. Okay, like it's just madness, dude. We'll get into that in another episode. Since we're on the topic, you know what I'm saying, of the virus and stuff like that, you know, I think we should kind of talk about like how it's been affecting people, man, in different ways. Like there is thousands of businesses that have went, I think it's like 50% of like small businesses or something like that, bro, have been lost since all of this.
You know what? I got a video I want to play on that too. It's so crazy that you bring up things, and you know, it's just about the silent minority. They're becoming unsilent. You know, they're losing it. You know what I mean? They're about to lose it, man. And if that happens, man, it's gonna be bad. You know. And I have a video I want to show about that. It's about this hardworking man saying his family's hungry. He's a business owner. You know, and he went to war before. You know, and he's just talking about like he's not trying to threaten them, but he's threatening them. You know. But he's saying like, you know, you guys, you gonna have to like let all this up, all this acting, whatever y'all doing, y'all gonna let it up, man. Or it's really, you know, we got millions of people out here that just like me. I'm gonna let you watch the video.
I wasn't gonna speak. I was asked to speak here. You know, Sheriff, good to see you. I'm telling you guys, you know, I'm pretty appalled at what's going on. You know, at first we sat as concerned citizens and we all wanted to figure out how to best navigate our way through this whole COVID thing. You know, And as we realized that it's not quite as dangerous as we thought it'd be, I was absolutely appalled at the cowardice, and as you're sitting there with your masks on, I don't blame you for wearing masks, because I'd be hiding my face too if I was you for what you're doing. This is absolutely horrendous what you're doing to these people. I'm a business owner, and I'm telling you, our families are starving. You guys can sit here with your jobs, you can sit here and you're going to get paid, you can fall asleep in your chair like that gentleman's doing behind his mask right there, okay? And I'm telling you right now, that right now we're being peaceful. And you better be happy that we're good citizens, that we're peaceful citizens. But it's not going to be peaceful much longer, okay? And this isn't a threat. I'm not a criminal. I've never been a criminal. But I'm telling you that good citizens are going to turn into real concerned and revolutionary citizens real soon. And nobody else is going to say that. I'm probably the only person that has the balls to say what I'm saying right now. That we're building, we're organizing, and we'll work with law enforcement or without law enforcement. But you won't stop us when time comes, because our families are starving. And if you don't hear the seriousness of my voice, I hope you open your ears and you absolutely listen to what I'm saying. Because this is a warning for what's coming. It's not going to be peaceful much longer. It's not going to be rah-rah. It's not going to be speeches. It's not going to be gathered outside saying a Pledge of Allegiance. It's not going to be waving flags. It's going to be real.
People like that, bro, all around the world right now, it's sad, man. I have a soft spot in my heart, like for a lot of things that's going on with people, because it's really hard. It's really hard out here, man. You got these people that are making these rules, but they're still working. They still got business going. They're still happy. They're still in a happy home.
The politicians, bro, the politicians are able to work and still make an income. They haven't been affected by this.
Right.
Another thing, like, who's okay? This is what I want to talk about, bro. This is kind of off, you know what I'm saying? But I want to see what your opinion is on it too. Who is the group of people that would be affected the most by defunding the police?
The minority or the people?
Minority communities.
Yeah,
Exactly. The good people in these downtrodden areas, bro. They would be affected the most because
sure.
right,
People,
that's where that's where they need the police the most, bro. The suburbs don't need the police as much as the hood does.
right.
But then you got
It'll,
these
it'll,
rich little kids.
it'll be all out chaos, man. Yeah, there's some bad cops, but yeah, there's also some good cops. That goes with people in general. You know what I mean? Like, you want to get rid of the whole police station because of the bad cops there is. Now, when something goes down, who are you gonna call? Not Ghostbusters. You know what I'm saying? So you can't, like, really. You got to think. You got to be smart, man. You got to really be smart. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's get rid of the bad cops. You know what I mean? Yeah, when we see a bad cop doing something bad on camera, get rid of that person. But there's also good cops out here, man, that are really out here trying to help citizens in a real way. And if you really out here marching, talking about get rid of all the cops, who you gonna call? You know what I mean? Like, because if every cop is gone, like, these criminals are gonna be on the loose, and really up in your house because they know ain't nobody coming to get them. You feel me? Like, let's just be smart, people. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, arrest the wicked cops, arrest the wicked congressmen and women, arrest everybody wicked. You know what I mean?
That's what we need to start with. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Let's start with really like how that guy was saying in the video, man. Like, these politicians do not care about us. Okay, we starting to see that more and more when things started to go down with COVID and the lockdowns and everything. We really started to see like the grip that politicians have on us and the control that they have, and how out of control and chaotic things were. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? Like they didn't have nothing in place for us, bro. In a lot of ways, like we was going to the grocery store and there's no bread, there's no water, there's no toilet paper. You know what I'm
right.
saying? It's like, why ain't there no backup plans for none of this stuff? And yeah, man. Speaking on that, I actually ran across this politician, this guy that's running for office. He's from I think Pasadena. I think he's from some young black dude. He's a man. Look, we need to vote for him, dude, in California. Straight up. Straight up, straight up, straight up. Yeah, he's a Christian, but yeah, man, we gotta know that who's gonna protect our families at the end of the day. Who's for us, that's who's fighting for us in the government.
Right.
Is Joe Biden, is Kamala Harris fighting for us, or is Trump fighting for us? Who do you think's fighting for us, bro, in your opinion?
I'd rather, because people ask me who would I vote for, stuff like that. I would rather, somebody like a president, because honestly, man, I wish the people could do what the people want to do, or you know, some kind of way, however that goes. But it's not, you know, a person's elected. It is what it is. But I would rather a president who's fighting against, you know, a lot of these bad elites and taking them down one by one, like they weren't doing in the Obama administration, but they are doing now, which is why a lot of distractions is going on in the first place. I'd rather a president that's fighting against these horrible elites rather than one that is willing to cooperate with them. Okay. Joe Biden is willing to cooperate with them. Okay. They know Joe Biden is a puppet. You get me? They got him by the strings. This boy can barely remember where he's at 90% of the time. You know what I mean? Let alone be the president. I mean, I don't understand, like, what in your mind, after looking at this man and watching the things he says, what in your mind would actually be like, you know what? He's got my vote. What are you talking about? But yeah, I don't think Joe Biden is for sure. You know what I mean? Based off the things I've seen Trump do, I would say Trump. You know what I mean? But that's
not really what he's like said. A lot of the things, a lot of people have been affected, right, and been hurt by some of the things that he said. You know what I mean? But I also think that the media has just pushed and pushed. Bro, over 90% of coverage of Trump in mainstream media is negative. I don't think.
Listen. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, bro. People are when they say bad things about Trump, it's an emotional, it's an emotional thing. You know what I mean? It's not a fact thing. You know what I mean? It's not an economy thing. It's an emotional thing. They're mad at him. They think he's racist. They think this. They think that. But like I said, anybody who watches this video, Biden has said some of the most racist things you could possibly say within the last year, let alone everything that's been back in the day when he didn't want mixed interracial schools, when he didn't want his people around black people, none of that. Okay, not even all that. You know what I mean? Let alone locking up all kind of brothers and all, this and that. But he's said all kind of things, and the media won't show none of that like that, will they? People who watch these videos, show me videos of Trump being more racist than Biden. Okay, show me those. I want to see those. Okay, because Biden has racist videos where you can play the whole video and it's racist. Okay, Trump has a lot of racist clips that are edited. You feel what I'm saying? Show me those videos where Trump is being more racist than Joe Biden. Okay, and I shut up. Okay, I get my lips on everything I love. I get my lips on.
And also, look, also, bro, it's also what we got to look at, man, instead of being, because that's what they like to do. They like to control us with our feelings, right? It's like, how do we feel about what Trump said? You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's more so about policy. You know, I think we need to show the people a little bit of the policy. Let's show them a little bit of the policy that Trump has enacted for blacks. You know what I'm saying? That's what people need to know about.
Yeah, right.
Thousands of letters from people who have been justly sentenced and released because of the First Step Act. Let's just think about the Opportunity Zones legislation, bringing $75 billion into 8,700 of the poorest, most devastated communities around the country. $75 billion of private sector dollars coming in. Let's talk about the Opportunity Scholarship Fund in Washington, D.C., supported by Dianne Feinstein, Cory Booker, myself, Ron John, bringing in quality education. There is a 25,000 student waiting list for quality education, and these charter schools and opportunity scholarships provide more resources, better education, so these kids can have a better future. Let's think about the Farm Bill. African American farmers, up until this last Farm Bill, were not able, if they had heirs property, to access the Farm Credit Agency to allow them to borrow against that property. For the first time, that is now happening. Let's think of the comments of the head of the United Negro College Fund, who said under this administration, this is the highest level of funding for historically black colleges and universities ever. This is the first time those colleges have had permanent funding in the legislation. Let's think about sickle cell anemia, a disease that is 100%, basically speaking, impacting of African Americans, 100%. My legislation, signed by the president, has ushered in more research and more scrutiny to make sure that we make more progress.
All right. Yeah. So that's some of the things that Trump has enacted as far as policy wise for blacks. And I think that's what we need to start focusing on. I think we need to start focusing more so on policy. What are these people trying to push? How is it going to affect, us as minorities or America, period? How is it going to affect Americans? Right. That's what we need to think about. And I hear a lot of people talk about how, blacks aren't a monolith, right? But when it comes to being a black like Republican, which neither me or you are, we're not Republicans or Democrats, right? But I would say I lean more toward Republicans because of their values, of the Christian values that are in their policies. You know what I'm saying? Like they're for churches and freedom of speech, you know what I'm saying? And things like that. And the Second Amendment and the Constitution, period. Man, it seemed like the Democrats are just trying to rip it up.
Second Amendment.
What'd you say?
I said, which Kamala is trying to take away the Second Amendment.
Exactly. She trying to take that away. Listen, man, this lady was a district attorney. She was a prosecutor. Okay. Like she put away hundreds of blacks. Like that lady is just pure evil.
Right. Look, I'm about to get into my mind-boggling section. Okay. I'm about to get into my mind-boggling section. Okay. We're gonna go to the mind-boggling section right now. Give me some thunder. Okay, look. The funny thing is, man, about Kamala Harris is, when she got into the Senate, they said something about her being the first Indian American. Okay. Now the Democratic Party is so damn desperate. She wants to come in here like sister girl, like the Black American woman. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. It's crazy. It's so mind-boggling. But so many people are catching on to that. So many people are catching on to that she's not what she seems, and they on her head. They're starting to get on her head more. You know what? I know it's a lot of sheep, but I love how much people are waking up right now, though. It's more than ever. Okay? They on her head, though. You know what I mean? Like Kamala Harris is not a good person. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? But I think the Democratic Party seen that she was getting, tied up. So what they gonna do? They're gonna bring somebody else in that they think is gonna strike them hard. You know what I mean? Another strong black woman that the Democratic Party feels like will reach out a lot of people. You know what they brought in? I'm gonna show you who they brought in. Michelle Obama herself. Look what she said.
Let me be as honest and clear as I possibly can. Donald Trump is the wrong president for our country. He has had more than enough time to prove that he can do the job, but he is clearly in over his head. He cannot meet this moment. He simply cannot be who we need him to be for us.
Another clip I want to play for her. I'm gonna go through three things on that though. He's over his head. But Joe Biden isn't. Somebody who can't remember where he is 90% of the time, he's not over his head. Okay, the next thing. It is what it is. Well, Michelle, when you gotta act black, you are black. Third thing. What was the third thing? Third thing. She said he simply can't be who we need him to be for us. She's not talking about the people. She ain't talking about the people. She's talking about the Democratic Party. She's talking about the evil elites. She's not talking about the people. She simply can't be who we need him to be for us. What you talking about right now? You mean who you guys need him to be for y'all? That's why y'all getting so desperate and saying all kind of crazy stuff. Now, let me show you what she said about Biden.
I know Joe. He is a profoundly decent man, guided by faith. He was a terrific vice president. He knows what it takes to rescue an economy, beat back a pandemic, and lead our country. And he listens. He will tell the truth and trust science. He will make smart plans and manage a good team. And he will govern as someone who's lived a life that the rest of us can recognize.
So Joe listens, right? Yeah, of course he listens. He's a puppet. That's exactly why they want him to win.
Exactly.
Okay? And first he's a man of faith, but then he trusts science. Okay. I just don't understand where she's getting with a lot of these things. You know what I mean? He's been through what we've been through. What is she talking about? Okay. Joe Biden was young when it was colored stuff on him. You know what I mean? It was way back then when he hated black people. What is she talking about? I'm so confused. I'm like, it's mind-boggling to me. Give me some more thunder. Give me some more thunder. It's mind-boggling to me what she's talking about. Okay, Michelle, cut it out. I don't know what you're talking about right now. Joe Biden ain't been through nothing. Joe Biden hates black people still to this day. I feel like, you know what I mean? When you got a man showing you who he is way back then, and then he still does now, you know what I mean? Subconsciously, and just blurts it out. Listen to that man, okay? Listen to that man. Now, let me show you one more thing, okay? I want to show you what Montega said. Montega, whatever.
Michelle Obama had something to say at the DNC. Couldn't wait to respond. She literally came out her face and said to the American people, lying again, that Donald Trump had 4 years and he couldn't handle being president. Well, with the Democrats illegally investigating him, trying to protect Hillary Clinton from going to jail, and others in Barack Obama's government, including Barack Obama, and hiding the fact that they all illegally spied on him and tried to set him up and lock him up. Aside from all of that, he had the best economy in United States history. He did criminal justice reform. He did opportunity zones. He had the American people at its lowest unemployment rate and at its highest in GDP. Donald Trump did more for black folks in 4 years than Democrats have ever done for black Americans. Michelle Obama, cut the shit out.
He got pissed.
That dude is hilarious, man. He was
Yeah,
up.
he is.
He's tired of
But
lies. He's tired of lies, man. You know what I mean? Which a lot of us are. It's crazy. You know, it's mind-boggling, bro, and it's stomach-wrenching when, you know, you're not asleep and you know that they're lying. It's like, how are these people this high up and everywhere getting praised by so many people when they're lying? It's so wicked. It's so bad. It's like, what in the world? How is this even being done? You know, it's confusing to me, man. You know, and it's crazy, bro, because so many people do like these people, man. And it's just like, what is going on? It's so mind-boggling, man. It gives me a migraine right here, right here, right here. Motion ain't gonna do the trick.
I think that, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, bro, people are starting to wake up, bro. People are starting to do their own research, and people are starting to look into, you know, the policies behind what these people say, because they could tell you anything. They could promise you the world like they've been doing. They've been promised us the world. Obama promised us change, right? But who did he give change to? The LGBTQ community. He didn't give change to black people. Okay, black people still in the same position as they was when Michelle Obama was who she was in the White House, right? She was the first lady. What change came to the black community? Okay, it still looked the same, if not worse. Look at Chicago, their hometown, bro. Chicago is their hometown, and look at what's going on there, bro. Record high numbers of shootings and murders.
Right.
So these people are not for minorities. They are not for black people. They are not for America. They are trying to tear down America. These people are trying to overthrow America, bro. That's what it's about.
For sure. It's evil than we think. It's more evil than we think, bro. I wouldn't say it's scary because I don't fear anything but God, but it's wicked, bro. But you know, we could just do what we can, you know, our best to try to wake up the people, you know, and that's what we're gonna keep doing, keep trying to do, you know. We're gonna drop something every week for y'all, and we just hope y'all stay tuned in. Hope y'all like what we're talking about. We're gonna keep giving y'all facts and opinions.
All right.
Spoke 2 times. We love you guys. We out. Peace.
Peace. Wake 'em up, 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 wake 'em up. It's time to wake up the sleeping. It's time to wake up the sleeping.